Hello, Susie from Pink Diamond Guide. How is everybody in this? What is a nutty Mercury retrograde energy leading up to? We've got our super full moon on August 31st, which is our full moon in Pisces, which is a blue moon. We got a lot going on. And under these energies, on top of a bunch of other things that are playing out at the moment, it can leave you feeling like it's really hard to pull together a positive thought. So I wanted to have a look at how your person is responding. So I'm going to do, is this your person? And it's not going to apply to everyone naturally, but it's if this is your person, if this is for you, if this is making sense in the energy that's for you, this is how the push is currently playing out on individuals. Let's have a look at this energy and see what's going on. And just sort of while I shuffle there, I want to let you know that we are still doing individual readings. We're doing personal readings, but I've invited a lovely, lovely, lovely reader. Her name is Danae, and she has joined Pink Diamond Guide, offering her services for readings as well. She's a very wonderfully attuned energy healer, as well as a beautiful tarot reader. Like she can get some really interesting messages. I don't let a lot of people read for me, but just because of the nature of how it is, I find it difficult to let people into my energy and get a really good reading out of it. But Danae gets right to the heart of the matter. She sees energy really, really clearly, and I'm really proud that she's joined Pink Diamond Guide and she's now offering her services via Zoom. So if you'd like a perspective of another reader, Danae is available, as am I, via the website if you're interested in a personal reading. But for a general reading, let's have a look. Is this your person? What we've drawn in the soul space, we've got the Queen of Swords. What we've got in how they're showing up in the 3D, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, what they tell you if they could. We've got the Star. The challenge is Six of Cups. Surprise, surprise, Mercury retrograde. And King of Swords is a likely outcome. All right, so what we've got in the soul space, look at this. We've got a bit of a pairing here, haven't we? We've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. This is the first thing that's jumped out to me. So it does indicate communication, but where it's going to fall over in this reading is the Six of Cups in the challenge position. We'll get there. But in the soul space, the Queen of Swords. So this is, Queen of Swords is all about that energy of wanting to get to the heart of the matter, cutting away any rubbish, cutting away any crap in order to move forward in life. Now, the Queen of Swords has been through some crap, right? So your person in their soul space is going, I really need to get to the bottom of what's going on, and I'm not mucking around. So I've described this energy that's coming through from about now, when this Mercury retrograde began, up till about the middle of October. It's going to feel like a mud slide, right? Like a landslide avalanche full of mud. And people who haven't prepared for this energy that's coming upon them, it's going to feel they're up to their necks in mud, and the only way out is to swing a sword. Swing a sword of truth about what's going on in your soul space. So I'm not surprised seeing Queen of Swords showing up in soul space energies at this point of times, because people just can't even deal with their own crap right now, right? They can't deal with the mud that they're being forced to move through. And not that they want to wallow in it, but the challenge to move through this energy is significant, and to get to the truth is very, very important. This is assessing deeply who and what we valued. It's not a time to start something new. It's a time to cut rubbish away. Now, the Mercury retrograde is going to be a challenge, and we will get to that, but this Queen of Swords in the soul space is designed to assess deeply who and what we value. Okay, now how are they showing up in the 3D energy? They're moving through as the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is the energy of feeling like you've done everything you can in life in order to move through, but what's missing is the 10th Pentacle, which is feeling happy and satisfied in a relationship. So what you might see if you were looking in on this person is that they're moving through life in a really happy and confident way. Perhaps they're doing well in their work, they're bringing stability and pentacles towards them, but they're moving forward pretty independently. It's not, and with that Queen of Swords over the top of them, it's not the deep emotional energy that you'd want to experience in order to start things anew or start things afresh. This is the order of being strong and independent, capable in the physical world, but upheaving everything that's around them at this current time, because the soul space voice is going to be louder than what's going on in the 3D. So it's like on the surface, it may look like everything's rosy, and this is a really strong independent energy for sure. But underneath, the battle that's raging beneath the surface is, swinging, cutting away at anything that looks like mud in their lives or shadow. You ever heard that term shadow boxing, right? That punching at things that aren't actually there, but they are, like it's that getting into that shadow work. I don't know if shadow boxing is the right term, but your person is swinging a sword at the shadows, trying to heal them, trying to make them grow. What would they tell you if they could? And look, if you watched our twin flame reading from the other day, this is a repeated message. The star keeps coming through. I would put you in the spotlight if I could. I want to put you in the spotlight. I want to put our relationship in the spotlight. I want us to shine. But my problem is, all right, I've still got a whole heap of crap from the past to sort out. I'm not surprised to see the Six of Cups come in the challenge position with the Mercury retrograde, because what are we talking about there? We're talking about things coming back from the past for a review, for a revisit, right? So energy from the past will be on their plate for them to clean up and confront. They really do want to look at, who and what they value, confronting fears and limitations in order to move forward. The good news out of this reading is you are likely to hear about it, right? The likely action they are going to take is that this person gets a voice. I wouldn't expect it until middle of October, though. I'm projecting a long way here because I anticipate this energy will take a minute to actually manifest out of Queen of Swords in the soul space to King of Swords, somebody taking action around communication. But you can see the progression, right? This is the King of Swords is what's going, a queen in the soul space at the moment, shadow boxing, swinging at things that aren't there in order to eliminate any fears and limitations. And the likely action as they move through it is that they do move forward with a plan and a willingness to communicate. Let's put another level over the top of this. I think this is a really interesting reading. This is someone who's truly in process and moving with the cosmos. Let's have a look at what's going on. And just while I'm shuffling there too, I'll let you know the other thing that's been happening with us is we've introduced our intuitive tarot course, because essentially the way I read tarot is it's not always just the surface meaning of the card. I'm intuiting things from the universe and the cosmos and numbers and astrology, all sorts of processes in order to gain the message. So we've introduced our intuitive tarot course, which you can find out over at our website, which will be in the description there, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about intuitive tarot reading. Righto, next layer. Let's look at what's going on. I do feel like I want to shuffle. This person is deep in thought about where they've been and where they're going. They're assessing this deeply. They're not looking, even though this is here, I feel like they're not looking to move just yet. Let's find out a bit more. Yeah, right. See that? Straight up. That's what I'm picking up. It's going, I'm assessing it deeply, but I'm not ready to move on it just yet. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what else we've got going on in the 3D. The world. See? Again, this is a reinforced message. If you looked in on me, I look like I'm doing just fine. What I tell you, if I could, King of Wands. I love this. Challenge is strength and What have we got? The Nine of Pentacles. We've got that again. Wow, coming in as the likely action, as a deeper level to the energy. But this is what I was feeling as I was shuffling. It's like going, I'm thinking and I'm thinking and I'm thinking and I'm thinking. But as yet, I'm not actually ready to make an offer, right? See this Page of Cups in the reverse, in the soul space. They don't know what the offer is, right? But they can feel like they should do something. So it's trying to, with the Queen of Swords, it's trying to cut away the what's unnecessary about what it takes to move the energy forward. Now, you've got to know that the Page of Cups is the most immature version of this offer. It's young love, puppy love, the beginnings of love, youthful energy, right? So we are holding an Ace of Cups there. So we do have the energy of fresh new starts. But essentially, the energy does not serve, it's not valued as a time to start new things. Venus in Leo, with that retrograde energy, is more about this space, right? In going, I'm assessing who and what I value, but I'm not valuing this as a time to start something new. If you look in on me on the world, see, I got it all going on. That's a reinforced message that this person looks like they've got their act under control, and that they might even be looking like they're promoting their life, or they're scaling their life, or they're moving to even higher levels of achievement in their life, right? They look like they're doing pretty well. And see how we've got this strong feminine figure in both these energies? So something to that degree would say to me that in the 3D world, they're managing to bring their emotion forward. Equally, they are. It's. I wouldn't be surprised if we see, if I dig another level, that we start to see levels like Temperance, cards like Temperance come forward, where we see masculine and feminine energy balanced. I essentially see that in this card here, and this, even though it's a strong feminine energy, what they're doing is they're going out in the world and achieving, right? Doing logical, practical things to scale their life and scale their efforts, which is a very masculine endeavor. It's a very strong pose this feminine energy holds, and it's a level of conquering or achieving or graduating that the world holds, and they've done it on the back of their own efforts. What would they tell you if they could? They want you. Look at this, the King of Wands with the star. I want to put you in the spotlight. I do. I really do want to put you in the spotlight. I have passion for you. I have desire for you. I want something to occur here. Right? It's such a clear-cut message. And it's been in a couple of readings that I've done. It's showing up across the collective. So if this is your person in particular, I would suggest to you that you probably feeling this energy rise within yourself as well. Like you feel their desire for you. You might be seeing their name everywhere. You might be watching movies that represent your story. You might be hearing songs, music, all sorts of representations about this desire that's currently being exuded by your person towards you. They want you to be in the spotlight. They have significant passion for you. What's their challenge, right? Again, let's look at this. This is Mercury retrograde for sure, but like the Strength card, let's look at that line and that connection. We've also got the energy of, we can look at the feminine energy of Virgo. We can look at the Virgo Leo reference there, or we can look at the Venus, the feminine energy of Venus with the Virgo. Oh gosh, Virgo wants to come out. The Virgo retrograde, right? The energy of the Virgin with the Virgo, or Venus with the feminine, with this strong energy of the Lion, which is Leo. So these are the energies I've been talking about, particularly influencing your person right now. That Mercury and Virgo retrograde, which is going to bring up the past, but essentially this Mercury retrograde, it's a bit of an aimless energy, right? Work, health, routine gets an upheaval, but there's delays, missed deadlines, miscommunication, all of that stuff is very, very prevalent. And then you put over the top of that they're really looking at who and what they value, and it's not valued as a time to move forward. So while they're doing all this energy, that the strength, you don't need strength if you don't have fear. So this is a time of review and reflection and mustering courage, right? Over their fears and anxiety about the desire that they hold. What is the likely action they will take? They are going to overcome this. I'm really convinced that they will, but I'm predicting this energy is more towards October. Late September to mid-October is where it really... Look, Nine of Pentacles and the King of Swords. They're really positive indicators of somebody who's going after what they want and fulfilling their happiness, right? So it's some really strong indicators of an evolution of your person's journey. Let's put another layer over the top. I'm really loving this energy because it is pushing someone into true revelations. Let's have a look at what's going on. Let's have a look. And I feel like every time I want to shuffle, it's like I kind of want to, I want to shuffle for a long time, and I feel like it's almost like I want to disconnect. So it's like a delay or a, a withholding of the truth. And now we've got this full moon coming up on August 31st, which is going to challenge those positive thoughts. That's going to be the biggest challenge, is to stay positive. And here we've got some real struggles there to overcome fear. But let's have a look at this next layer of energy and see what they can tell us about your person in the soul space. The root chakra and how they're showing up in the world, discernment, what they tell you, emergence, their challenge, the cosmic flower, and the likely... Yeah, they're going to do this. They're going to take action. Your person is coming for you. Your person is coming for you. Look at this over here. Now, remember what I was saying is that your person is trying to move through some big soul energies, and they're currently trying to cut away rubbish in order to formulate an offer, but they're not there yet. They're trying to... The root chakra is that bringing it down into the earth plane and making it a very, very practical walk through life to bring your connection online. They haven't formulated the offer yet because they still have to ground this energy. So this is a very, the Queen of Swords sits at your kind of throat chakra, in that ability to communicate and cut off. But she kind of also affects those lower chakras, like your personal power and, not so much into the creative side of it, but really the communications and feeling like she's in charge of her life. But Queen of Swords didn't get there without having a journey and having some real solid home truths. Now, your person is getting those home truths, and they're trying to formulate them into something that feels genuine, moving you both forward. We talked about your person graduating into a next level. I'm going to call this a level of spiritual discernment with regard, because look at these, they're kind of like back to front. The root chakra could kind of be in the 3D space, but now we've got discernment about how we're using spiritual energy in the 3D space, which is really, really exciting. And we can say what this person has been doing is working very, very practically on the earth plane, in the 3D plane, graduated into higher levels of knowledge, so has had an ascension process play out, and is now discerning how to use that information in order to move their journey forward. What would they tell to you? They are coming for you. This energy is in it. I want you in my world. I want to put you in my spotlight. I have desire for you. I want to let you know I'm getting close to letting this information move forward. What is my struggle? See, do you see the connection here? What is my struggle? I want to tell you it's emerging, but my struggle is to actually let it bloom. My struggle is to actually give it a 3D functional operating space. But what is the likely outcome? Again, I tell you, conception. I am going to birth this. I am coming for you. I want you. I want you in my life. I want you in the spotlight. I have desire for you. I'm telling you, this energy is going to come forward. I am going to move forward with it. I'm struggling to know what to do, but I'm going to do it. Oh, should we go one more level? Should we just go, I'm like, I just feel like this message is really building on itself to say this person is really going to take action in a positive way. What cards am I going to use? I'm going to use these. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's get another message out of that one. Let's get another message. Oh, see, look. Passion in the soul space, right? What have we got here? Flames of love. Yeah, your person's feeling it. The artist, which goes beautifully with the King of Wands, actually. New direction is the challenge. And what have we got? Guidance as the what they're likely to do. Interesting. So we've got passion up in the soul space. If we stack it on top of that, look at these colors. Like, see this, right? They're feeling it. They're feeling it in their soul space, but they're working really hard to understand how to bring it down into a walk forward. They haven't got their clarity. And I would only say the only thing that holds this back is that Venus in Leo retrograde energy, which pushes you into you, and it's not a great time to start something new. But look at this energy that's building. What are they trying to understand? They're trying to understand everything they feel for you. And they're telling you this plainly here. I have a lot of desire for you. I have a lot. I want to put you in the spotlight. And look at this, right? Here's the spotlight. You, all the passion I feel for you, all around in this beautiful red energy. And root chakra, that sits down at that base line where our reproductive organs sit, right? They want to physically share intimate time and space with you. And that's not just the act, not just the intimate act. It is like, I want our energies to mesh. This is it's not happening just here. If I just saw that there, I'd go, yeah, they want to get it on with you, enjoy. But there's probably not a lot more to it. But what this is saying, in this is deep in my soul, I'll hold this level of passion for you, and I want you to be in my spotlight. In my 3D way, I am discerning what I feel and how to move with it, how to graduate this flames of love energy. It's like it's not a passing fad, it's not a passing phase. I genuinely feel this for you even when we're apart. Like I've graduated into the best version of myself. I know how to discern the difference between what is a passing passion and what is genuinely love. Divine, ascended love. The kind of love that I can't feel anywhere but when I'm with you. I love this, right? Now we're moving into what would I tell you if I could? I want to create a life that is filled with this passion I feel for you and puts you in the spotlight. The artist is someone who, I always look at this, you can look at it as someone who paints a picture for sure, but we're all made in the model of our creator, right? And our creator was the greatest artist that ever lived. The divine is what we manifest with. So he's saying, I want to manifest a life. Look at this. See this? This flame, this flame, this flame. It's like, I want to manifest a truly creative and beautiful life with you. What is my challenge? For me to do this, I have to shift, I have to adjust, I have to bloom. And it's making me a little afraid because I need to figure out who and what I am. And in that, I'm feeling a little aimless because Mercury retrograde in Virgo's got me all kinds of flustered. But what am I going to do? I love this. I'm going to follow the divine, right? I'm going to follow the divine. Look at this is energy that comes from up above. I'm going to keep following what's in my soul space. I'm going to listen to that guidance and I'm going to act on it. I'm going to move forward in a really positive way towards you. This to me is the energy of someone who loves you, loves you, loves you, doesn't want to deny it, doesn't want to feel anything but connected to you, and wants this connection to move forward in a new direction from this point on. They are listening to their soul space. They are listening to that. The only thing that is missing is forming this voice. Shall I do it? Shall I just have a quick look at October? One more layer, and just see if by the time, I think this is about a 6-week window of energy that they're trying to overcome. Shall we just have a quick look, just a quick look at October's energy? And I know there's a lot of free will to sort of consider in between time. I'm just feeling like this is someone who is looking to shift their life dramatically over the next 6 weeks. It feels really compelling. So October spirit, what have we got? All right, in the soul space, we've got the Two of Swords, the Devil. Ooh. What would I tell you if I could? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The High Priestess comes into the challenge. And the Chariot. I'm going to move forward. Interesting. Look, what happens here? Two of Swords. I've got an angel and a devil on my shoulder, right? So I'm in two minds here of what am I going to do? But what I love about the Two of Swords in the soul space, look what they're ignoring in favor of what they're favoring. Their eyes are taken out, right? They're not looking, they're not listening to other people's opinions, right? They're not swinging those swords like the Queen of Swords was, right? They're aware of all opposing opinions. They're aware of positives and negatives and all forces. What do? They close their eyes. They take their physical senses out of it, and they move with their soul, right? Interesting. The devil comes in to the 3D position. I'm not freaked out by the devil essentially in this space, because I'm feeling big energies around, those, there's more sexually charged, desire based energies. So the devil's not necessarily a bad thing, but it just depends on how you handle those energies. So this person is probably going to come in hot and heavy, right? So the idea is to try and temper those energies. You probably hear them, expressing all of these energies and wanting to just get close to you, almost obsessive like. What would I tell you if I could? I'm miserable without you. I need you. Nine of Pentacles. My world is upside down. My pentacles don't mean a thing when you're not there. The challenge is to express those ideals from 5D to 3D. But guess what your person is going to do? They are coming in all guns blazing. They are ignoring all opinions. They are full of desire, almost to the point of obsession. My world is upside down without you. My challenge is to balance the 5D. Remember, the High Priestess is the gatekeeper, right? So all they're running on is soul here. They're letting go of any real 3D practicalities, which is why it might tip into an overt space. These two together, holy dooly, they're just going to really act on those overarching desires. This reading is just like, let me just sorry. Oops, knocking everything over. I just want to ask one more question of that devil energy, because to me it feels like it can border on almost being obsessive, right? And to the point of being gung-ho, which could be a lot for you to handle. What have we got? It's worth waiting for. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Don't move too fast. Oh yeah, and passion. Fully free yourself. Okay, so that could be the reason why there's a problem. So we need to make sure that when we're moving forward to these connections and we're going to give it our all and our everything, make sure that you and your person are free and unencumbered, able to give in and of yourself. That would be the only caveat, and it's probably why then we've got this degree. So they could be either you or them could already be in a connection, that would require both of you to be free and available to give yourself, which is why it might be tipping into this kind of energy where passion is driving it forward, right? Almost to the point of, I have to have it now. It's almost becoming obsessive in that energy. My world is, just not going to move forward without you. My challenge is to manage what's in my soul and what's in my reality. I'm ignoring all comers in going after what's in my soul. I'm going after it with all guns blazing, but Spirit says, woo up. Make sure you're both free and able to give, and that the connection will be worth waiting for when it comes around. So my suggestion here is, I was reading on energies in October. I would suggest that that's when communication really starts to ramp up, but conditions will need to be right in order for you to both come together in a healthy way. I'm going to wrap that reading up there. That's a cracker. So whoever this is for, buckle up, baby. It's going to be a heck of a ride over, for your person, it's over, September and into October. And then when this energy comes forward to you, buckle up, baby, because they're not going to be mucking around. They're going to want to sort this out. Wrapping up that reading there, and just a reminder, if you do want a personal reading, you've got a choice at Pink Diamond Guide, either myself or Danae, available for personal readings. And then also, if you're interested, just a reminder, we've got our intuitive tarot course there. If you like to learn different ways to read the tarot, other ways to get messages from your tarot cards. I'm going to wrap that up there, and in faith, hope, and love, it's bye from me for now.